So obviously the video is about artists trying to be global and reasons why you shouldn't do that. And what I'm really trying to say is that I think that a lot of artists get ahead of themselves, or a lot of artists are so focused on making big hits on a global scale that they forget that it's really more important to do things on a regional level. And what I mean by that is uh, I think back in the day, it used to be a big thing to rep where you came from, rep the city that you're from. Not saying that artists aren't doing that, but I think that artists are doing that, but they're not paying more homage to the style that they were birthed on. Because I know that a lot of us grew up, obviously in the internet era now, it's a lot more blended culture. You're hearing music from a lot more places, and people aren't listening to radio, which is playing a lot more of your local talent or things that are more privy to your area. Um, or the syndicated radio where you're listening to shit in New York anyways, you know what I'm saying, and whatever they play is what kind of runs the airways. But what I mean to say is that a lot of artists today, they don't, I don't want to say don't take pride in where they come from, bro, but one of the big things that I've noticed is that artists aren't focusing on the sounds that are hot in their area. What they're doing is that if I'm a Florida rapper and I hear something hot in New York, or a sound that's hot in New York, I'm gonna go copy that sound and I'm gonna try to blow up off of that sound. But the reason why a lot of y'all are struggling is because in your circumference, in your city, a lot of people might not fuck with that sound. And now you're hoping that the internet carries you to where you want to be at, but what you should be doing is focusing on the area that's around you and using that to propel you to where you want to be at, which is what the blueprint was for a lot of other artists, especially coming up. I say that to say, in different areas, there's different genres. So you have things like in Chicago, you have drill rap in Chicago, or for instance, let's take it off of Chicago and let's go to like New York. You have mafioso, you have hardcore, you have storytelling. Like you have all these different variations of what rap sounds like in that one particular area for you to be able to choose from. But why you would choose to try to sound like a West Coast artist wouldn't make any sense to me, bro. And the reason why I say that is because the cachet that you built in your areas was really going to take you to where you need to be. And I know that, again, that a lot of people think that the internet is going to take them to where they want to be, bro. But the internet is not real life. It's not going to sell out tickets in your city, bro. And what I'm trying to tell you is that when we were coming up, bro, when we were growing up, in your region dictated a lot of what was going on. And the reason why so many artists blew up from different areas is because so many different artists provided new sounds that we weren't privy to. We never heard before. So for me, one of the big things, or I use this as an example, New Boys. Them being from West Coast, bro, we never knew what jerking was. Like, before them, no one was doing that. That wasn't a thing. But because that was something that was new, or skinny jeans, or even wearing shit like Spectres, or wearing Chucks and doing this dance, that became a big phenomenon because it's something that we as a world never heard before. And I know that it's easier to pass trends on nowadays, bro, but things get so lost on following trends going on in different areas that we are losing the essence of cultivating what we have in the areas that we're in. I say that to say, as far as the styles and stuff goes, like back in the day, bro, New York had Timbs, bro. Like Midwest had Air Forces, bro. And I know that some people, get into the whole fight of where Air Forces came from. I'm not really here to do that, bro. Chucks came from West Coast. Things like grills came from the South. Like we all have our things. Like and to me, because we have those different things, it makes you more relatable to the people that are around your area because, bro, like I identify with this. Oh, he did that. That's sick. Like he used this style or he did this. Y'all want to, people from other areas might not even understand how much of a flex something is because they don't have that cachet with y'all culture like that. And I feel like you use that to propel you to where you want to be at. Like that's such a big component that's missing today, bro, because everybody's doing the same thing. Nothing seems authentic. And another thing to me is that that's being lost is everybody's sampling a lot of music, bro. And I guess in a variation that's paying homage, but y'all are just cutting straight samples, bro. Like y'all ripping straight samples, and you might not even know what the real significant meaning of that sample means because you're not from that region. You're not from that region. You don't know what it means, and you could really just be ruining a classic, bro. And so for me, I definitely think that we should get back to regional music. But another reason why I say that though is because I don't people don't really believe in hood legends as much as they used to. Like growing up, bro, one of the biggest hood legends that I know, especially coming from Florida, bro, was Iceberg. And people don't really talk about him as much anymore, bro. Even with artists like Ace Hood coming up, bro, like Ace Hood blew up, bro, but that started in Florida, bro. Like that was a Floridian thing, gang, and I can't paint that in a different picture because even now Ace Hood is still to me him. He's still him, and you once you develop that cachet with your city, with your area, with your region, you never lose it, no matter what. And I can use for example like an artist like Joe Budden, bro, in New Jersey. You never lose that cachet. You never lose it. It's always going to be a thing. And why artists stray away from that, I honestly have no idea. But that's a slow grind that I'm talking about. That a lot of artists they try to skip over, bro. They're thinking with a Jeff Bezos mindset, but a lot of these people have mom and pop stores, bro. You're thinking too far in advance for where you're at in real time, and I think that that's counterproductive because I think that you should start off by cultivating something that's genuine, something that's familiar with the people that are in your proximity, people that are in reach, bro, that can really push you to where you want to be at. You can't start trying to service the whole world until you service your backyard. That's a philosophy I believe super heavy in. And I say that to say, you should definitely cultivate the sound in your area, bro. You should focus more on what's hot in your area. You shouldn't be trying to focus on, if you're like I said, bro, if you're a Floridian, bro, you should not be worried about what's going on in New York. That's counterproductive. You shouldn't be trying to go on tours around the country trying to get your music out there just yet, bro, because I think one of the biggest things is going on a run in your city, going on a run in your state, having a true fan base that's willing to rep behind you. That, bro, look at it like how I would say soccer, right? Look at the soccer games, bro. Niggas is there throwing up they flag, they're repping their country, bro, and they're willing to die about that, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's a native pride, bro. If you're an artist and you can get that support from where you come from, bro, you already made it, bro. You already made it. Why would you want to be a small fish in the big pond and not be a big fish in the small pond? To me, it never made sense, bro. That never made sense, and I think that that's something that we should definitely focus on when we're talking about getting back to regional sounds. And not only that, bro, but we lose individuality, and I think that that's probably one of the big things that that music suffers in, bro. Is that a lot of you niggas sound the same. Y'all lingo's the same. Y'all niggas is dressing the same, bro. Like I can't. All y'all are trying to outdo yourselves in the same. Like that's almost as if like every basketball arena had the same logo, bro. Niggas wear the same jerseys. Like, you have nothing to deviate other than just, and I won't even say skill, bro, because if everybody in the league tried to be one specific player, bro, it's only one player that's gonna stand out. And I think that's why music is suffering today, is that a lot of you niggas and y'all not even collaborating with artists in your city, bro. It's tough, bro. It's absolutely tough. And the reason, one of the bigger points, bro, that I think will really drive home what I'm trying to say is let's say, for instance, Kendrick's last album, GNX, sounds like a West Coast album, bro. It sounds like a West Coast album, and not only does it sound like a West Coast album, every artist that he's pushed since then are West Coast artists. Everything that they drop don't sound like some shit that's going on in fucking North Carolina. It doesn't sound like some shit that's going on in Texas. They're not doing chopped and screwed. This shit sounds like West Coast music. They're pushing a West Coast sound. Jay Hitta, AZ Chipe, Ray Vaughn, all these artists sound like West Coast artists. They're making West Coast music, and I think that people are gravitating towards it because it's the first time in a long time that we've seen artists who sound like where they're from and it sound authentic. They're not trying to be nobody else, bro. And my other thing is stop trying to chase hits. Are we trying to make good music, or are we trying to be rich? I'm not saying you can't do both, but you can't be a great artist if you're only focused on the money aspect of it. Are you worried about the talent and the productivity and the quality of the music that's getting put out or not, bro? And I think that that's one of the big things that's causing music to be in the state of where it is that a lot of artists, like I said, bro, aren't taking pride in the regions, bro. They're not making music tailored to the sounds that they should be, bro. and because of it, music suffers. What I will say is that there's two things that you should be focused on, bro. You should definitely be focused on consistency and progression. You should be focused on growing your roots in the city that you're from, bro, and building your garden there, bro. Building your cachet there. I think at the end of the day, that's probably one of the best things you can do. Nothing's home like home, bro. Nothing's home like home. And with that being said, bro, I'm gonna ask some of y'all to comment down below. What's some of your favorite regional music? What's some of the favorite your favorite artists in your area coming up? Some of the people that people may not know that's from your area, bro. Like, let's share some music that other people might not know. I don't care about who you know and your top 5 on Spotify, all the algorithmic shit that's going on, bro. I want to know your top 5 artists in your city, in your state, in your region. Give me that. Tell me that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff, man. And until next time, dog.